Entering the third year of the conflict, peace talks have mostly been between the U.S. and Russia. Without Ukraine in the conversation, the country has been left facing uncertainty about its future.
That's right. Thousands of people come to experience the thrill of these races. Getting to the races, however, is what makes people want to pump the brakes. With this new expansion plan, we're told that'll all change. The race is on. Gator Nationals draws more than 100,000 spectators to the Gainesville Raceway each year. Getting to the track for some is a race itself. Longtime fan Robert Bond has endured the traffic jam stretching throughout I-75 for 12 years.
And the traffic's getting worse and worse. It takes hours to get in, and leaving the event, it's even worse.
Ahead of the Gator Nationals, Governor Ron DeSantis introduced the early arrival of the I-75 expansion. The $800 million project aims to reduce congestion by adding 31 auxiliary lanes. Gainesville Raceway General Manager Jody Kennedy hopes the expansion will bring more fans to the track.
Hopefully with the expansion, maybe more people will branch out and come out and see what we're all about.
According to the Florida Department of Transportation, the project will widen lanes, improve traffic flow, and reduce congestion. And we're not done with Gator Nationals just yet. Later on in sports, our very own Shelby Hotz will take you directly to the track. Reporting live from Gainesville Raceway, Victoria Perez, WUFT News.
I'm outside Representative Kat Kammick's office where dozens of protesters were gathered this morning. Their message? Elon Musk has to go. Madison, Crystal, it spawned tornadoes, broad hail, and intense thunderstorms. Heavy rain triggered flash flooding in Louisiana, where 6 to 10 inches had already fallen on Saturday. A man in Oklahoma died, and a semi-truck driver in Indiana was also killed after winds blew his truck over. From eastern Texas up to Michigan, the system unleashed severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. Parts of southern Texas were still dealing with flooding. In Rio Grande, people were wading in knee-high deep waters.
We're just getting like a bucket of water poured on us, and it's just it's too much for the drainage system.
In Alamo, Texas, shelters were open to help people whose homes were impacted by the floods. This has already been a particularly violent year for weather. Approximately 300 tornadoes have been reported since January. That's nearly double the 164 reported by this time last year. Parts of Alabama and Louisiana are still under severe thunderstorm warnings today. Reporting live from the studio, Victoria Perez, WUFT News.
Every Friday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., protesters plant their feet and their signs in front of Florida Representative Kat Kammick's Gainesville office.
They know the decisions they're making are hurting people.
Gainesville resident Jean Mills hopes the representative will hear their concerns.
You need to listen to your constituents, and you need to come talk to us.
The stance in this moment involves the National Institute of Health's mass layoffs and funding cuts. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced plans to reinstate some personnel and programs affected by the layoffs.
We're streamlining the agencies. We're going to make it work for public health, make it work for the American people.
A promise Judy Hunt is unsure about.
I vote, we count, we care for America.
She has a personal connection to the issue. Her daughter is a doctor.
Whether it be medicine, medical care, whether it be education, those are so much more important than a bottom line.
That's why Mills says she'll keep coming out.
Come on, America. We need a level playing field. We need to treat each other with respect and with equality, and to help those in need.
For them, it's until next Friday.
These special sessions usually take place when security councils fail to exercise its primary responsibility to maintain international peace and security. For WUFT News, Victoria Perez.
Catholic Charities has a mission. A mission to end food insecurity in the community. The Bureau in Lake City serves 4 counties in North Florida. Through the Florida Gateway Food Bank, Catholic Charities provides groceries for about 1,500 families per month.
Depending on a ticket someone receives, residents can see up to 2 carts full of groceries. Carts like these usually contain canned goods, protein, produce, and even a sweet treat.
Locally, Catholic Charities has seen a 17% increase of families coming into the food pantry. Resident Michael Riley says with grocery prices rising, he'll take any help he can get.
Well, I think it helps us tremendously in this, at least in this neighborhood here, because there are a lot of people that are struggling to put food on the table.
Food pantry volunteers can be seen preparing boxes of food for residents 6 days a week. Residents say that volunteers like Loretta Jackson don't make them feel like a burden.
And it's who you want.
Jackson says she wants to continue helping out for as long as she can.
I can still be of service to somebody, whether it's just to make them smile or whatever the case is.
To emphasize the mission, Catholic Charities hosted its second annual March Against Hunger at Lake DeSoto. The event brought in over 2,800 pounds in food donations. Through volunteers and events like March Against Hunger, Catholic Charities continues working to end hunger in North Florida. Victoria Perez, WUFT News. In the back of United Church of Gainesville, local organizations meet to prepare for stormy weather. Alachua County Emergency Management created the Community Organizations Active in Disasters in 2023.
In addition to the community organizations, the county invited faith organizations to participate as well. And together, under blue skies, they're planning for gray skies.
24 community and faith organizations currently make up COAD. These groups work to coordinate response and recovery efforts during disasters.
For every one Goliath, there are 3,000 Davids.
COAD co-chair Ellen Siegel brings a faith and climate perspective to the table.
I'm here with two hats on my head. One hat is I represent Temple Shir Shalom as a chairperson of the green team at our synagogue. My other hat is on my t-shirt. I represent the Clio Institute.
Siegel and former Alachua County Commissioner Helen Warren have led COAD since its beginning. They want to prepare communities and bring neighbors together before disaster hits.
I just see this whole process of getting people and communities together is something that we've kind of missed out on the last couple of decades, where people have become isolated in their own communities.
Siegel left her community in Miami after moving to Gainesville in 2019.
It's very hard to live someplace you love for 44 years and leave it because the future, the probable and almost certain future for Miami is very bad.
Through COAD and the Clio Institute, Siegel will continue to raise awareness and keep Alachua County prepared. Victoria Perez, WUFT News.